This is after you had turned professional. Lester Jackson was the third professional fight you had had.
This fight was in Madison Square Garden. It was a very, very tough fight, and I had won a close decision from him in the amateurs. But now he had been fighting professional, I believe, for about a year and a half. I don't know how many bouts he had at this point. This was my third.
And that's you in the black trunks, Floyd.
Yes.
At this time, you were already being touted as one of the great fighters to watch in the professional ranks. There was a great harangue made over the way you knocked him out.
Well, after this fight, the commissioner came back to the dressing room. I remember that. And he told my manager that he did not wish for me to fight any more preliminary bouts. That from that point on, I think I was to have fought, I was supposed to have moved up a rank or something into 8 rounds. I guess he thought that I had more experience, or I was older than what I was saying. Like I was saying, there was a fairly large dispute about my age in a couple of more years. I mean, from this time in '54, I believe it was. Of course, I was fighting 8-round main events. In '53, I mean, a year later.
Here's Joey Maxim entering the ring. You know, when you fought Maxim, you had only had 13 professional fights. Now, Maxim has gone down as one of the finest and most clever boxers who ever ruled that heavyweight division. What was your strategy in this fight, sir?
Well, I had never went into a fight with any set strategy. I usually figure out the strategy that I'm going to use in the actual fight. I always find that that's the best way.
Were you satisfied with the way the fight was progressing?
Yes, I was satisfied. I was able to hit him a lot more than I thought I would be able to. In fact, the reporters were saying that if I used a lead punch with Joey Maxim, as you see, I just did it, it wouldn't work. I found it worked every time I used it.
Well, Maxim, having already beaten fighters like Bob Satterfield and Jimmy Bivens, Jersey Joe Walcott, and Gus Lesnovich, for a fighter of this caliber to be in against you, and you're only having 13 professional fights, it was a tremendous step upward.
Oh, yes, it was. I learned quite a bit in this fight. I would say this was one of the more important ones, because I learned how it was to be in the ring with someone with that kind of experience. And also, in losing it, I knew how I felt afterwards. It made me more determined, more desperate, and it helped me in many ways.
There were 12 sports writers at ringside who watched this fight, and after the fight was concluded, all 12 of them voted for you. Did you know that?
Yes, I know. There was quite a bit about it in the papers the next day.
Tommy Loughran, who was at ringside, and I'm quoting him, he said, someday this boy, referring to you, will look back on this fight and thank his far-seeing manager, Customato, for putting him into the ring against this experienced fighter. He felt that you learned a great deal from this fight. So here in your 14th professional fight, Floyd, you lost a decision to join Maxim, the former light heavyweight champion of the world.